Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today we have a slight follow on from my autolock video. Now on that video, the honey badger left a comment and he said, "Hi Ricky, you should test autolock with the 4005, a game just auto-locking to see the percentages." Now I've never deliberately played a game where I just auto-lock. I'm sure there have been games in the past where, without realizing it, playing certain light tanks, I've gone in and every single shot has been an auto-lock. I'm sure it's happened. But in my just over 8 years of playing the game, I have never once deliberately gone into a game where I make a conscious effort to not use the left trigger. I have never done this before. And honestly, the game you're seeing here is the first one ever. I didn't think this would go very well, but after this game, I'm not going to tell you how what the result is or how it goes. I mean, you could skip to the end. There you go. There's 1500 damage without even aiming, just using the auto lock system. If you really wanted to, you could skip to the end of the video to see the result, but I'm not going to ruin it now. But after this, I'm starting to think that this might actually be a comical series because, well, it's a combination of things that I didn't think would work well, but apparently does work quite well. And maybe I got lucky first game. This is the first game I've ever done this. Maybe I got lucky. I have no idea. But we've fired 2 shots, we have a kill, and we have over 2000 damage, all without using the left trigger once. I'm just RBRTing every single shot. Oh boy, here we go. And there's the third one. 3152 damage. Okay, alright. RBRT. It's an effective strategy, it would seem. But yeah, I'm trying this in the 4005, and I might just carry on doing this in the 4005 because, well, it's quite a comical combination. RBRTing in the biggest derp gun in the game, why not? But one thing I did find interesting from my previous autolock video was there were a couple of comments on there from people saying, or there was one comment I can remember specifically where someone said that they'd been playing this game for like 9 years or something, and they had no idea it was a thing. Didn't know. And I have no idea. Wargaming may have changed it now. I know they've put some work into the new player experience. But if they haven't addressed the whole, you know, there's auto-lock in the game. Because some people, I remember a while ago, I had a friend who had no idea the handbrake was a thing. And there are apparently some players that didn't know that auto-lock was a thing. And I can imagine it's quite frustrating, especially well, for those players especially. It may be illuminating to realise that there's another. Didn't even aim it. Just RBRT. There we go. Yeah, it must be frustrating. Well, it must be illuminating for people to realise that auto-lock is a thing, because you could feasibly play this game for a long time not knowing that auto-lock is a thing, getting into all these fights against light tanks, and second kill. Yeah, you get into all these fights with these light tanks. These light tanks are circling around you, and you're getting it in your head that, wow, I need to be this. I have to look how good this player is. Their gun is hitting me every single shot as they circle me. They're an amazing driver. They're an amazing gunner. Whoa, their skill level. When really, yes, they are driving around you, and yes, they might be a good player, but really all they're doing is auto-locking you. So it's not like, oh my word, they've got amazing guns. Like, no, they don't have amazing gun skills. They're just auto-locking. So it must be illuminating for some players to realise, oh, okay, that's a thing. And similar with the handbrake, you know, wow, that player made that turn really sharp and quick and snappy. Yeah, they just used handbrake. it's I can imagine it's frustrating for new players or players that don't realise this stuff is in the game. So hopefully Wargaming has addressed this by correcting things in their tutorials, their new player guides, or whatever it is that they've got going, how, you know, teaching you how to play the game. Hopefully they've addressed this and they do teach people. But if they don't, then Well, this video is an example that, you know, auto lock is a thing, and it's apparently quite an effective strategy. So, yeah, I don't recommend this as the way to play the game, but someone said, try it. So here we are. We are trying it. Now, my team is down 4 versus 6, and I now say 3 versus 6. This isn't brilliant. And I will admit, at this point in the game, I did start thinking to myself, I'm messing around. I'm really, I'm messing around here. I'm not playing the game as well as I could. And I did think to myself, oh man, it's not really... I really shouldn't be doing this right now. Even though I'm trying to get footage for a video, I really shouldn't be doing this to the team. But then at this point, I thought, well, hang on. It's 3 versus 5. Maybe we're it's 2 okay. And I was teetering on the edge of, oh, geez, I can't keep doing this to the team. This isn't right. That final TD pinging GG there. I have no idea what that TD is, but I am now stuck. Whether I was RBRTing or not, their team knows I'm here. There is, I think is that a Bulldog? Yeah. I'm a little bit stuck back here. So Bulldog not paying attention. Luckily I set him on fire, he's dead. So now we're on 4 kills, 6,761 damage. That was a very lucky fire. There's the Batchat, who is popping smoke. I believe I popped smoke about 10 seconds there, which is enough time for me to reload and hide. Batchat's not pushing in, which I really did expect them to push in at this point. And at this range, RBRT isn't really an issue. Although in other ways, I would have still aimed that shot. And this 165 really could have pushed me. I must be a relatively new player in the 165. I just shot to kill the Batchat. They could have pushed me. I'd be dead right now. They could reload twice in the time. 2 shots would kill me. 1 shot might kill me even. No, 2 shots would kill me. Now they're dead as well. So there's the top gun. There's the top gun for RBRT only. I am a 1-shot. I know the last FV 4005 is in the town, so I don't have brilliant concealment on this build, so he is going to see me. I can't go down there to help my teammate. I'm reloading anyway. My teammate is kind of on his own, which is a shame because given the rules of, well, given my self-imposed rules of RBRT only, I can't look in to see where that player is. It's 2 versus 2. My teammate is down there. I don't know. I think he's in a 116, but he's, yeah, a 116. He was really struggling to find the 4005 down there and do some damage. There must have been smoke down there or something, and he just couldn't see. But if that's what happened, then it does highlight the importance of using the minimap, or if you change it to the compass, don't try and look through the smoke to see where the enemy is. Just look on your minimap to find out where they are in relation to your vehicle, because you can use the solid white line of your, that's the solid white line on the minimap tells you where your gun's looking. So use that to work out where they're moving, and then, in the 116 you can put a shot out and guess where they are. You've got a fast enough reload. So that's just another little tip there for trying to figure out where tanks are in the smoke. And it's especially useful for little things like ELCs, weasels, stuff like that, light tanks that are hiding in smoke. Just proxy them and use the white line on the minimap to figure out exactly where they are. Simple but effective. I'm now looking around, just trying to figure out where these last 2 4005s are. I've positioned myself behind the wreck of this. It looks like a Batchat. Yeah, I've positioned myself behind the wreck of the Batchat to give myself some cover from this angle. And I'm just trying to work out where they've gone. Pushing through the trees here. I can see a 4005 coming my way. There's one who's been spotted. Let the aim fully aimed. RBRT again. There's the kill. There's 7 kills. Now, the other 4005, I saw him, and I'll explain to you what my thought process was. The reason I'm still looking this way is because I saw him disappear. The reason I turned there was because I thought I saw him disappear around to the right. But he didn't. He cut back through, and because that palm tree was knocked down, I couldn't see him moving through the palm tree. So unfortunately, this is a defeat. But, given that that was an RBRT only game, we got 7 kills and almost 10,000 damage. So, call that beginner's luck if you want, but it would seem that RBRT only in the 4005 is an effective strategy, which in and of itself is a little ridiculous. I think I'm going to make more videos like this. I think I'm going to, well, the 4005 being played like this, I think I might do this a little bit more just to see how this plays out, because that was my first ever game doing that. Beginner's luck? Maybe. Or RBRT really is an effective strategy. We'll see. Alright guys, that's all I've got for this video, so if you've enjoyed it, please leave it a like, if not a dislike, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.